Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Bed by Nine.
That was a good hand gesture.
Thank you. Everyone can see it.
Yeah.
I'm your awesome host, Jared C. Keel, and I got my two comrades here with me as usual. Go ahead. Whoever wants to say something.
Durka.
That's K. Willie. Just kidding. Good.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That was Hev. Okay. And then who's the other guy?
Keith Williams.
I'm Keith Williams.
Hi.
A.K.A. K. Willie.
K. Willie.
There's two K Willies here now.
The world can't handle two.
No, there's not enough rose-colored sunglasses for all of us.
Everything's more beautiful through them.
That's true.
Sunsets.
That's true.
Love.
Yeah.
People.
Oh, that's a song Esther Dean
cream.
wrote as well. Rose-Colored Glasses by Kelly Rowland.
Who wrote pornography?
Violent Pornography by System of a Down. I believe System of a Down wrote that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Also,
the
it's,
violent pornography.
Also, Travis Scott.
Just to let you guys know what you're getting into, we've been talking music for the past 2 days. So this is just
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot of writing, producing, not from us, from people we've looked up.
It's all of our brains are just open and they're going in multiple directions.
It's
with
like
music.
Finally, my brain matches my butthole.
It's just like,
Open.
you know what? I was gonna say
rose-colored glasses.
I was going to say
It
the
looks
Creed
tight
song
through them.
with arms wide open, but it's our minds wide open. But then you did my butt cheeks wide open.
With arms wide open.
You got to get that deep.
I can't go that
You
deep.
got to go deep.
He can't go deep. He's white.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah, can't shoot
Can't.
basketball.
Oh, because basketball
Can't
is
jump.
my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, like Mike. Uh-oh.
See, if we were recording this with a camera, we could have commented on that.
We can comment. So Keith was doing the robot.
Yeah,
The
it was a squeak. It was
squeaky.
squeaky. I was warming up.
Okay.
Hadn't used my.
So as you can tell, it's been a while since all
like
of
the
us have
Tin
been in
Man.
the same room recording. So we're just getting it all out now. I hope everyone's being safe and doing well out there in the COVID-19. And
What?
the COVID-19.
Yeah, you haven't heard of that
Yeah.
that Bible
Yeah.
Testament?
That
The COVID-19?
the COVID-19. And thou shalt stay
Second,
6
first and
feet
second
away.
COVIDitin.
Yeah.
I forgot you didn't put the numbers. in
Sorry,
there.
my fault. I didn't really. I thought you read the whole chapter. I don't know if they're chapters.
They're
in the Bible.
books.
Have
And
you
then
heard
there
the
are
British
chapters.
version?
And
Is
then
it
verses.
Is it British?
Yeah, have you heard the British version?
No. What is it?
Covington the bear.
This is what we have to wait
Didn't
for.
even start with the same letter.
Yeah.
That was lazy.
Oh.
The bear. Covington the bear.
I think you were thinking of Paddington, but then
He
you were
was.
also thinking of Corduroy.
Yeah, he
And
combined
you
both
just-
and made a trash.
You're embarrassed.
Have you
You don't even.
have you heard the store?
I thought he was going to say the Covington Steam
The what?
Bears.
Have you heard the store? Covington.
Oh,
Covington Coat Factory.
You could have said Burlington COVID Factory.
No. Covington.
The Covington Steam Bears.
Yeah.
You got to coat your throat so you don't get COVID.
Yeah. I like it. Okay. Well, I hope you're still listening.
I wouldn't be.
Today's topic, because we're gonna do movies. We're gonna go back to movies today, and our discussion, because I've been doing a little superhero brackets, going to be our top 5 favorite superhero movies.
Let's talk about these superhero brackets real quick.
Yeah,
Your voters are trash.
I've had almost 150 to 200
Are
votes.
Are
each
all
time.
your
It's pretty
voters from Florida?
great. Maybe
Right.
I think I don't know. A lot of them I don't know.
Okay, so the final two we're down to are.
So the final two, it's Avengers Infinity War versus The Dark Knight. And The Dark Knight has almost lost 2 rounds, which is inexplicable to me.
That's
It doesn't make any
wild.
sense. But Infinity War has won every match by
People are
20
trash.
votes. And it doesn't make... I liked Iron Man more than I liked Infinity War, because Iron Man it's the start of it all. It was beautifully done. Infinity War, you knew it was going to happen, because if they're all going to die, spoiler, it's also, everyone's seen it. It's made $3 billion.
Yeah,
But everyone knew they were coming back. Iron Man was so new because if bombed, you would have never saw anything.
Any of it.
We didn't know they were coming back.
We knew they were coming back.
No, we didn't.
They literally
They're like
announced Phase
Backstreet.
3.
All right.
So unlike my father, I knew he was coming back.
If your dad listens to this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Uncle Bobby.
To be fair, like, if you were my son, I wouldn't either.
Well, yeah,
these
it doesn't make sense.
is my
There was a lot of votes that didn't make sense to me.
I really like that Mystery Men made it into the bracket.
I like your weenus
Oh,
and your Ninas.
it's only been 5 minutes in. This is a long weekend so far. But before we get into the superhero things, have you guys seen
Movie news?
No, not yet. This is we're gonna do recent news first. So anything that you guys seen recently that comes to mind on movies only.
Oh, well, yeah. But you guys liked it more than me, so you should. You can
So
bring it up.
Lovebirds.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your Lovebirds thing. Was it good?
Didn't care for it.
You didn't care
all
for
that
it?
much, yeah. It was fine,
Yeah.
but I wasn't, like, overly impressed with it.
I laughed out loud several times, like ugly laughing, and I cannot explain why.
What parts?
So I can't explain
Bucky
why.
Cheese got me in the
So
beginning.
it was a lot. So also when they were in the theater and they were just talking, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, get up in there." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, and when Issa started getting into the orgy.
Yeah, she was like, "Yep. Oh, we're not supposed to clap. Are we supposed to pull this? Oh
Yeah,
no, we're not
what's going
supposed." Oh, dude, I was dying for no reason, and then when she slapped a kid in the room.
Yeah, that whole interrogation scene is what got me.
I couldn't.
Go ahead.
I couldn't explain why I was laughing so hard because I normally don't find like that type of shit funny, but it was just a weird combination between both of them. It was just like I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, how they both acted tough. They were just replicating when they got interrogated.
Yeah.
I think comedies are better to watch with other people. Maybe that's where...
So sex tuplets again?
That I wouldn't classify as a comedy.
That was a full.
That's more like a drama, yeah.
That was a full on. Who's the real?
Who done it?
It's like Clue, but if you open the board game, it was just shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Or it sounds like a trial that Jumanji would give you.
If you entered the game of sextuplets.
Yeah.
Welcome to sextuplets. You have to find your parents. And
There's
different
6 of
versions
them.
of you.
Yeah, have fun.
Oh God.
No one would do
I
so.
liked it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing. I think I gave it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10 on my review.
I can say that.
Yeah, it wasn't the best movie, but it was funny. Yeah. And also, I watched the Other Missy, the David Spade movie, and I thought Other Missy was funnier than.
I liked that one.
Other Missy was hilarious.
That one cracked me up.
David Spade, his one-liners when he has no idea what's going on, still get me. And even Nick Swartzen come up with a one-liner.
The girl,
Lauren Lopkis,
she killed me.
She's hilarious. So good.
What's the name of the movie?
The Other Missy.
You got to remind me to look at
I'll text it.
We need to watch that with you.
Yeah.
I would like to watch that with you.
Why are you staring me down like that?
No, I would like to watch
when
that.
she
with
gives him the handy on the airplane, that floored me. When it's like, what? You're going to hell. Why? What's going on? It's been 40 minutes. So the scene is he wakes up.
Wait, no. He's gonna watch it. Don't tell him any of it.
All right, you'll watch it then. But yeah, everyone hit really well. Swartzen, and then it was cute how Sandler and Spade's kids were the kids in the movie too, and I was like, no, it's all a big family with them too.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was nice. But it was good. I like the little Happy Madison movies that are coming to Netflix, and then Uncut Gems is out too. So if you guys haven't seen that, it's on Netflix now.
Yeah, you're like shoving that down our.
100%, 100% will until you guys watch it.
I saw it several times.
I can't wait till you.
You're
gonna hate it.
You can call those gems cut in my book.
Like my penis.
We have a friend. His name is Jimmy.
No.
And I'm trying to get Jimmy to watch Uncut Gems because he didn't like
my Jimmy.
Yeah, our Jimmy.
My
Jimmy and I talk like almost weekly about movies. But
do you call him Uncut Gems?
I should though.
Ooh.
That'd be good. No, he got mad because we were talking about Punch Drunk Love, and he's like, I refuse to see it because everything that happens to Adam Sandler.
That's the
movie.
sequel to that Eat, Pray, Love, right?
No,
Close.
Not at all.
Jimmy's a grumpy old man.
So Jimmy watched Punch Drunk Love. I don't know if either of you seen it, but it's similar in the tone of Uncut Gems where always bad stuff happens to this guy.
So Chris Brown's on this Punch.
Is this Don't Jimmy It?
Can't you just
Jimmy?
Oh, that's Heb's friend. I've never seen you tag him in anything.
I did. I tagged his photos.
No,
I tagged
I
his
didn't.
photography.
I didn't
Instagram.
see it.
Oh, well,
So I
then
guess
you
it's
should
Hope's
start opening up
friends.
stuff now. Yeah, I help promote his photography stuff on my Instagram. I try to push it out.
I think Jimmy should come here. Oh, you're going to tag him right now?
Yeah, I'm sending this to
You
Jimmy.
should.
I think he should
Jimmy,
come here, and
also,
we need to
Discuss. Jimmy, you're
battle
my
it out.
friend. You're our friend, not just one person's friend.
Battle it out.
Our friend.
Battle it out.
We
Jimmy,
like
don't you want to see
similar
them
movies.
fight over you? That's my dream.
Jimmy, I'm tired.
Wet dream.
Okay.
All right, we're done.
This is sorry, guys. That was just it was fun. So nothing really though coming out because no theaters. Which comes to the next point. Oh, go ahead, Keith.
Well,
You
okay,
have
just quick sidebar from
Yes.
movies.
Okay.
TV shows, I just finished Defending Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Everyone should watch it. Apple TV.
Anyone that has an iPhone should watch it.
or an Apple product. You
Yeah.
should watch it. And if you don't own an Apple product, it's 2020. Like,
I don't
get one.
No, I have a yoga mat.
I still need to give you my Apple TV.
Oh,
by the way.
okay.
I need to bring that up. soon. I'm just giving you all
everything.
sorts of goodies lately.
I
A
gave you
JoJo
Frosty.
CD.
Yeah, we got a JoJo CD because we were gonna
You're
go to the
welcome.
JoJo concert.
We still are in November.
In November.
It's rescheduled.
We were gonna go though in May, and we were gonna travel to Tucson and go see her. I'm not a fan
It's
of Keith
gonna
is, but
be
I just want to
May.
go drink. I just like alcohol. Yeah, but it would have been a good time.
Okay.
I miss concerts.
Sidebar over.
Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk about is the digital releases. Do you
Okay.
guys think they should continue that with COVID happening? The success of Scoob and Trolls World Tour both made over $100 million opening weekend on VOD. Now they're talking about...
So, like, from renting.
Yeah, so now because Disney kind of screwed themselves, which they're saying right now, because Onward, you could have bought Onward for $20.
But they
A
just
week
put it to
later, they
their
put it on Disney Plus,
streaming.
and now they're talking about doing that with Mulan, putting that out in July VOD, but then like 2 weeks later, watch it on Disney Plus.
How much money did Onward?
Onward didn't make
cost?
that. Onward cost almost like $200 to make, but they didn't. They
How
didn't
much
make.
does Mulan cost?
I think close to it because it's a kung
Like $1
fu
billion.
action. Yeah, it's like an action CGI type movie. But I think it's close to 150 to 200 because it's like I think they priced it at the highest price.
They should have
remake.
just took, the scenes from Monkey King for Mulan, and then they would have saved so much money.
Jet Li's in it, so I mean,
mean-
he's the Donnie Yen of Mulan.
I mean, the CGI is still ahead of its time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
and
It was
why
made
not
in-
reuse the costumes?
Yeah,
They
it
were
was made in
they
two-
were in peak condition.
It was made in 2013 with the effects of 1993. It was
At
like Double
least.
Dragon,
Yeah.
Super or the NES game.
And the animation was better than
He went.
Woo Assassin.
He
Oh yeah, 100%. But then again, he didn't chop up a banana like
The-
he chopped up a celery.
guys, the Monkey King went underwater and stole all their shit.
He was breathing
his Air
underwater.
Force
Yeah.
Ones, the King's Air Force Ones, or his
Oh,
robe,
yeah,
right?
his robe. Yeah,
His
he,
whole shit.
yeah, he turned. Yeah.
God, that's
Him too.
Did you wait? By the way, did you watch Monkey King 2 and 3?
I watched the second one. I haven't made my way to the third yet.
So how was the second one?
I enjoy,
It was
when
okay.
you're high, it's
And what do you, was it better than the first one, or were you missing the Donnie Yen?
no, yeah, the first one's still
Ho,
better.
ho, ho, ho. Would you rather listen to that or Pilo?
Oh, I'm surprised that's not the same thing. He just takes the sound effects
That's
from Monkey King.
racist.
How?
They're both.
Primate.
Trash? They're
No.
both recycled trash.
Oh, that's a stretch.
So video on demand.
Yes. Do you think they should continue it? So, because Disney kind of did that. Because now Tenet comes out in July. And right now they still hold the theater date.
Right.
Or the release
For the
date to
earliest.
come to theater. Because Christopher Nolan's like, this movie should be seen in theaters, should not be seen on the TV until, whatever. But now people are saying, well, what about just pushing to VOD and then putting it in theater later? Or just wait till next year? I'm thinking Tenet will be next year.
I think I don't know. I don't think I would rent anything personally.
I bought
Especially-
Scoob, so I mean that's just me
Well,
because
no,
I wanted
guess
to watch
would
movies.
rent. How much is its rent? Like $4,
So
$5?
so it's not that. So for brand new VODs opening weekend, Scoob did buy 24, rent 19.
I mean, I guess
Troll
like
did
like
rent 19 because Troll you
it's
can't
hard
buy.
because it's like I guess if you're with a group of people,
Yeah.
it's cheaper.
Families, I'm
right?
talking
But if
about
it's
that.
like you're alone and you're just watching it by yourself, that's
Yeah.
like double the price of what you would normally pay for a ticket.
Well, they were talking about the prices, and this is what's causing the AMC thing. I don't know if you heard about what AMC and Universal because of Trolls World. AMC is saying we're not going to play any Universal film in our theaters.
Okay.
That goes the Fast and Furious franchise, the Monster franchise, anything that Universal is associated with.
Monster?
Godzilla.
Okay.
Or not Godzilla. I'm sorry.
I was thinking
the
Charlize Theron's movie.
No, I'm sorry. The horror monsters, Invisible Man. Now they got the Wolfman coming out with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, okay.
Like those kind of things. So
Iron Man?
Iron close. That's Disney.
Well, you said man so many times, so I just wanted to join in.
First Man. That was a Universal film. But now Netflix, and then also Netflix wants to buy
Mandalorian.
Netflix
You
wants to
thought
buy
way too long to pull that one out.
Yeah. Netflix wants to buy a theater, redo it, and put Netflix films only in a theater to show, so to be part of Oscars. Because Oscars, they're saying like you have to play in a theater in New York or LA for at least like a short amount of time or a period of time to be Oscar worthy.
Can't they pitch like home theaters? Like I feel like that should be something.
It could be something, but right now Netflix is like, we're just going to buy the old Egyptian theater in LA, make it a Netflix only thing, and then put our movies out there.
I would have been like, y'all ain't got home theaters? That don't count. That don't count.
And then Amazon's buying. Are they buying AMC? I think Amazon's buying a theater brand too.
I was gonna say I'm surprised like a streaming service hasn't tried to like franchise movie theaters.
And
yet.
I think Netflix and Amazon are on their way to do that because Hulu is just Disney owned now. So whatever movies are above PG are going to Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys excited to like welcome our new overlord Amazon as our Lord and Savior?
The person that made $434 million since March.
Yeah,
trillionaire by what 26?
Yeah. It's crazy.
nuts.
But he donates. He donates to
Like,
children and people in hospitals.
0.02% of his wealth, which I mean,
But it's still like 100 million. Yeah, it was.
I'm not gonna judge someone that's donating.
Yeah, this person called him out. He's like, "What an asshole! You're the devil." And then they're like, "He just donated $100 million to feed the children." I think that's what the charity's called. And then, but it's like, yeah, but that's only 0.2% of his salary or 0.02 of his salary. It's like, that's still $100 million.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's still, I can donate $10. That's 100th of my salary. It just doesn't make sense why people are so angry. I mean, he is
because they poor.
Yeah, we're all poor, but I get it because they furloughed a lot of his employees. Yeah, yeah, God. But yeah, I was just saying.
Warehouse.
So, do you like so the VOD? Do you like where it's going? Do you think they should continue it when the theaters open? Or you think they should just discontinue it and just do like Nicolas Cage?
Is it possible to sell to both?
So that's what.
That's
what Universal wants to do, and theaters are like, we're not going to do that.
We're either going to buy your movie or you can.
Yep, you're going to go to contract, or you can do your own thing, and that's what could cause theaters to run out of business or cost more money to put in. And this is where Netflix and Amazon are going and buying theaters to put their stuff in.
How long? Do you know how long typically contracts are for how long they'll be in theaters?
So it's supposed to be. It's originally they have sales for 90 days. So 90 days are usually like how as long as a movie should be in theaters for. Depending on the sales, they'll up the contract for the movies to like continue out. Like Infinity War, all the superhero movies, they're there for a long ass time because not only do they go from the top chains, then they go to the middle chains for middle, and then to the dollar theaters to end it because the dollar theaters will put out the movie when you can rent it too, but the dollar theater's like, yeah, but wouldn't you want to see it with people on a big screen for one last time before it's gone? Yeah. Come on, you guys.
You still get the theater experience.
What's older, how long this movie's been out, or the popcorn?
Yeah. Oh, God. We have a hot dog in theater on sale for 50 cents.
Popcorn with a K because it's not.
It's just
it's not real.
It's just a bowl of kernels with butter on it.
Dude, they
give you a hot. We give you a hot plate and you can pop it yourself.
Yeah, there's a microwave in the back if your hot plate's broken. By the way, the microwave is broken too.
We just got an open flame.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
It's actually if you keep walking towards us, a blanket with a projector. Now we don't. This is all we can do. Also, these movies are 1970s.
Every drink you order, you got to share with the person giving it to you.
We give you 2 straws.
Oh, you want a Coke? Let me open this 2-liter.
Can I get 6 sodas? Oh, do you say a 6-pack? No, I need 6 sodas. Oh, okay. Well, here's 4.
It will be flat.
Water. Yeah, it's 1950. Please give me money.
But the cup says Coke on it.
Yeah,
so.
and it's drawn on with it's just one guy and his family in the back, and all the kids are drawing on the Coke.
I feel like this could be a skit, you guys. I feel like we should do this.
Like the kid opened the door, like, we need more cups. And also, Dad, I need to sharpen my crayons.
Oh man, we got there from VOD.
Yeah, I think it's a tough decision. It's like Heath said too.
I mean,
the three of us got together,
or maybe if
would you pay to go see a movie for $30 or rent?
But I would think
Iron
that
Sky
there's
3, yes.
besides the outliers, there's probably a lot of movies that after 30 days no one goes.
They don't
see.
make.
So
They don't make a lot of money.
maybe they revise contracts to do 30 days and then you do a VOD after that,
Yeah,
and
like
then
that.
maybe down the price to like $10 or $5 to rent versus the $20 after that initial 30 period. I don't know.
I think because what's the plan? It's like usually it's 60 to 90 days to stay in theaters, and then it's 6 months from the release date is supposed to go to, or now it's I think 4 months. They cut it down to straight to Blu-ray, and then from that point I think it's another 6 to 8 months to go into cable TV. But I think HBO and Showtime, they all have like a deal for certain companies that they do it like 2 months after it releases to Blu-ray.
Gotcha.
Something like that. Because Sonic came out in February. It's on Blu-ray now. But I think they fast-tracked. Or no, it's not on Blu-ray. It's on VOD. They fast-tracked it to get to Blu-ray, I think, by next month.
I see.
Because of the COVID. It's just, I think the entertainment business is just in major flux no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I think like every other industry, they're going to have to change up how they are doing their stuff. To me, it would seem logical to maybe do a 30-day contract versus 90-day, and then then release it on VOD for like a discounted price versus.
And I've that makes
20.
sense. Like I've always wanted to go to CinemaCon because that's where they discuss all their deals, and you can see like brand new movies. The actors, directors, they all come in. It's like, hey, here's a clip of the movie. This is what you're gonna get if you do whatever.
Gotcha.
And I think. I don't know. I think right now we're just running out of. I just miss the theater too.
I do
Plain
too.
Simple.
I miss popcorn.
That's
We discussed
like-
that.
yeah.
That's all I really
like, but the experience is cool.
And the ice
That's
cream.
like,
But
especially because we're all in Phoenix, and it's like the summer months are so
Sucks.
fucking great to go to
Yeah.
the theater in because it's 60 degrees for 2
And-
hours.
Go get a big icy, which I only get like,
Ice cream
once every few
sandwich.
years. Yeah, because they. I don't know if you guys saw it too, but they had
A new ice cream sandwich?
No, well, I think they do. It's so they have.
At least you know when to like not go through with a joke.
Yeah.
Unlike some people.
Mandalorian.
No, they had a visual of what some theaters are trying to do for the COVID to open up the theaters, and it's like 2 seats, and then remove like 3, 2 seats, remove 3, 2 seats, but. You can't. I don't know if you have more than 2 people. They're like, but you shouldn't be going to movie theaters with more than 2 people, anyways. And then it's just really. It looks strange.
What about Hispanic families?
I mean, the good thing with it is most theaters now that I've see it's usually like pick your own seat type of thing when you're getting the ticket. So I think that's pretty easy for them to limit it. I think just like with restaurants and everything like that, like you're just gonna have to like plan ahead a little bit, and reservations are probably going to be way more prevalent.
Are you guys going to go? Okay, that makes sense.
Like, I don't know, like, might have to a few days instead of the day of pick a movie because
it's going to be packed.
It's going to be packed. But
that's why I always go to the last showing or first showing. No one's ever there, and it's
no
so
one's
nice.
there at 9 a.m. when they're open.
It's great.
But I'm not craving popcorn at that time.
I always eat.
Ice
I
cream
get a popcorn and a
is
soda.
so good.
I get a
first thing in the
popcorn.
morning.
Diet
What if they
Coke
did
at
breakfast
9:30?
popcorn, mix in some scrambled eggs?
Harkins is breakfast sandwich.
Oh, they
Breakfast
have
sandwiches.
those?
Yeah, they have breakfast stuff. They have like quiche.
Or like the AMC dine-in ones, you can get like a
I
fucking
wouldn't trust.
a breakfast skillet.
Yeah, you get actually no.
Hey.
The AMC dining theaters.
No,
they
no,
got
no,
some good food. Yeah.
No, so
And a
I
Bloody
trust
Mary, like
Yeah.
come through.
Oh, give me a martini and a
I would
popcorn
do
at 10
that
a.m.
at a movie. Fuck
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
That's
So
my brunch.
the only thing I wouldn't trust in that is because you said Harkins and then quiche.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust anything
Harquiche.
French
Harquiche.
to be made at Harkins.
Really?
Yeah, it's
They
French.
got-
It's
they got-
pronounced
yeah.
Harkins.
Yeah, they got some good food. They make fresh. Ain't no fool, but my boots ain't fool.
The White Castle burgers.
But I stay
The White Castle burgers they make fresh.
Yeah. Got a quarter tingle quiches and my new J swishes.
Oh.
I'm gonna make up the lyrics because I don't know.
They're off-white and cost 5 times the amount of non-off-white.
I
Shit.
got Air Jordan 1s in that blue and purple. I chose my colors because I got money.
And I go through with bad jokes.
You're welcome.
No, he
I'm a rap god.
Hey, Jared, your top 5 favorite superhero movies?
Not yet. But real quick, before we go into that, drive-ins. Drive-ins are becoming more popular with everything that's happening. But
have you been to the Glendale one?
I am afraid to because of how hot it is. I don't want to sit in my car.
Oh.
That's the only reason why I haven't gone to a drive-in out here yet is because of how hot.
Go at night.
They have
as bad. I mean, it's hot, but
they haven't been playing any movies at the same time that I'm like, I don't want to watch Bohemian Rhapsody.
You know what they should do? Have drive-in charging stations for your Tesla. And then you could buy a Tesla.
I was going to say, yeah, it'd be perfect for us.
But what if they had charging stations for cars that could do it?
Or
that would make sense.
We all chip in, get a house with a pool, and do a projector onto the side of the house.
I was going to put a projector in the pool.
We used to do that at our community pool when I was lifeguarding there in high school. We'd have movie nights. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that would be
dope. Yeah, a cool projector and hang on the pool.
And then just like hire someone to
you don't even have to leave to go to the bathroom.
Just go to Roadhouse, pick up popcorn and leave. I love Roadhouse.
I've never been to Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
I've never either. Jared recommends it, and I just
$6 movies like all the time.
I heard they pack a good kick.
They do. The popcorn's really good. They have jalapeno white cheddar popcorn
because Roadhouse is
and it's
a
unlimited
kick.
too. So you just press the button. You say, "I want more popcorn." And they're like, "I got you, Jared."
Oh,
thanks. It's nice.
That is.
It's only
nice.
$7. And they got alcohol too. They got so many good drinks. They got shots. I'm an alcoholic. All right. So that was it for recent news. But now for movie news.
Oh, thank God.
The only thing I got today, because there's nothing's happening right now, other than Ryan Gosling becoming Wolfman, which I want to see. Just to let you guys know, the synopsis so far that they put out is he's a
white man,
a broadcast journalist.
White man.
He turns into a wolf. He turns into a werewolf on camera, and they said it's supposed to like the Invisible Man effects type thing, and they're going to do a low budget type indie with him as that.
So it'll be like a shadow.
That'd be very funny. It's just a golden retriever.
That was.
And then the other thing is the new director's cuts are coming to HBO Max. Well, one so far has been put together. Justice League Snyder cut that people have been asking ever since we saw the
stop being so happy about this.
Oh, God, so it's the shittiest movie. I'm like, we're done with Justice League. It's over. Keep going to Shazam. Like, they made better movies. Now they're like, but we're getting the Snyder cut. What if it's horrible? We've been waiting 5 years and we're still just like, oh, but it's Darkseid. No.
Yeah.
You know how much money they're putting into and they're like, but Ben Affleck might come back. For what? It's done. And they're saying Henry Cavill's coming back too. Oh, for a second Man of Steel? No. For Shazam? No. For Batman? No. Then what the fuck is it coming back for? Black Adam? No.
Good. Henry Cavill could be whatever he wants.
Yeah,
My World of Warcraft brother.
Is there a Black Eve?
No. Unfortunately not. No.
Can you stop being so aggressive in your news?
But
stop being one-sided.
But then they also announced that because Snyder Cut's coming out, David Ayer's like, but there's an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
Yeah. That shouldn't air to us
should
at
never
all.
air. And he's like, but it's going to do it justice. Like, oh, come on, man.
Injustice.
Yeah. They should make a Justice movie. But they were talking about...
2 for 2.
He was talking about... Because the original story about Suicide Squad is they had an edit, and then once the trailer came out, you remember the fast-paced Bohemian... I think it was Bohemian Rhapsody music in the background. The Suicide Squad just looked amazing. When the first trailer came out, everyone's like, hell yes. The studio's like, we love the reaction. Fuck your editors. We're going to get the trailer editors to edit the movie. And that's why it's cut so fast and rapid and nothing makes sense because the company took him out. And like, I understand why he would want his cut scene. But then again, he made Bright, which also was not that good.
Bright
with,
Burn?
No, Burn was James Gunn's movie. He wrote that. Bright is the Will Smith and the troll thing, which I like the world. I didn't care for the movie.
But I was following along the superhero.
Yeah, Brightburn was James Gunn, and that was Elizabeth Banks. Like this, if Superman was bad type thing.
He is bad, which is why he's the best.
Justice. I don't know. Would you guys buy? First of all, you have to get HBO Max, the $14.99.
No, I don't.
It's not gonna. It's the only way is if it's gonna be bootleg. It's not coming out on DVD or anything.
Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out to my Plex.
I don't know if I want to watch a 3-hour Justice League with Snyder cut because it's the same guy that did Batman vs Superman.
I haven't seen the first one.
Did you see? Did you see Batman vs Superman?
No.
Yeah, that was. Did you saw it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I can't remember any of it.
Martha. It took 2 hours to get to a fight scene that lasted 2 minutes long.
Sounds like Power
But
Rangers.
wait. So in Batman versus Superman, what's his name from the guy who was the bad guy, the Facebook guy?
Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor.
Yeah. I remember that movie.
Yeah,
I hated that.
Yeah, it's like,
Did you see his face?
They really did very poorly with DC. Movies.
Yeah, Man of Steel was horrible. Mm-hmm. The whole fucking.
Hey.
Don't worry. Don't save my life. I don't want your secret out. I'm going to die in this tornado.
It's.
And then it's like, by the way, we're going to save the city. Also, we're going to destroy the city in about an hour.
The only decent DC one was Wonder Woman, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that.
But granted, I haven't seen them all, but like the ones that I have seen have mostly been trash.
Aquaman was horrible.
Trash. Ocean Master.
Yeah, they made
Fucking God.
I'm gonna save you, Dad. No, because you gotta kick his ass.
Where's the Snyder cut for Ocean Master? Fucking God.
Yeah, I'm excited for Wonder Woman 1984.
You know why I want an extended Justice League? Because I want more than one fucking booyah. And that's all I
No,
fucking...
that was he added that at the end. They're not. That was it. That's that cut.
They filmed it during quarantine. And just
I want more than one booyah from the gay cyborg, and I want him.
Cyborg's story was taken out too. They're like, we're going to add his football story back. This movie is going to be primarily about Cyborg. Cyborg was the hero of the original Justice League cut, and then
Black Power. I definitely want to see it now. I'm all about it. And then I want Black Panther to come in.
Wakanda forever.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I never freeze.
Final answer. I'm excited for it.
You're excited for it? I'm not.
Hard pass.
Yeah, I think I'm.
Don't worry, we'll watch it together drunk.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course we will. But I'm not going to be happy about it until I'm drinking.
I have a question. This is a side note from that. Are they going to bring?
Is it a dark side note?
He got really close to
Yeah,
your
he
face.
did.
That was
I was so excited because when you said side note, I'm like, wait, it's just a dark side.
So we all saw Cats, right?
No.
Yes.
You still haven't seen it?
I saw a chapter of it. And by
Okay.
a chapter, I mean 8 minutes, and I didn't. Jellicle. We're all jellicle.
If they brought
McCavity, Majellicle.
so if they brought out the version of Cats where they had buttholes,
I would watch it, of course.
Would you?
Of course.
I watched. I was happy with that movie, so I would.
So
like it.
okay, what would you rate Cats right now?
Oh, not great, but I liked
No.
it.
Give me the
Yeah,
rating.
I know you told us that.
Like
You're
the rating would be like a 3. But I enjoyed it.
If it had buttholes, would it go up?
25 buttholes.
Like a 3.0.
Okay,
Okay.
But like
3.01.
that was a
3.01.
butthole.
So that
The point.
that's your perfect score.
Yeah.
Per.
All right.
Per.
I won't claw at that.
Cat's eye.
You're wrong. I was just trying to do meow.
Any other
Speaking of cats, no, that was it. But if they do an asshole cut, which apparently there is one where they're like, again, an editing team just went
Just
into
put
it.
buttholes and they forgot to take it out. Probably
They can't block the hands with the fur on it, but they still haven't released the new digitally and like enhanced version of it. I think Universal just is like, yeah, we're fucked.
I just love Cats.
I know,
Broadway
I know
musical,
you do.
and it was.
It's we all have the things that we love that just
are trash.
It sucks that they're trash because you're like you had high hopes. I got you. I was
high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high capitals in the sky. Boom, boom, boom.
Goofy movie.
Oops, there goes another rose.
So that's it for movie news. Now to the topic of the day: our top 5 favorite superhero films. I assure this will start either a debate or an argument between us and also people that listen to this podcast because I liked Iron Man, but I liked Ant-Man and the Wasp. This isn't your selections. These are our selections.
Start your own podcast.
But start your podcast and I'll listen if you listen to ours. So,
yeah, guys.
First, I'm going to go with Heaven, his top 5.
Why me first?
Oh, Keith was prepared.
Well, can we do like
You want to go do one each?
versus? Yeah, like
Well,
Okay.
I didn't rank mine.
I didn't rank mine either.
I just said
know my number one.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. We can do that. Okay, so let's do
Yeah,
one
we'll
each.
just do one each.
Okay.
All right.
We'll start
let me
there.
let me out of here. Let me pick my number one.
It doesn't have to be in any order. Just throw it in.
All
I'll
right.
just tell you when my number one is said.
Okay.
I know my number one, and no one's gonna be happy with it.
I don't think mine will be either.
Hi.
I smell toast. So who you want to start
Yeah, go ahead.
with one of your selections?
So I out of this list, and the only reason why it's my number one is because I watched it so many times when I was younger.
Yeah.
Uh,
Blank Man.
I wanted to put that.
I did too.
Have that
It's under there.
conversation. Like,
Mystery Man and Blank Man were on. Should we do honorable mentions real quick?
Okay, no. So let's do technically my favorite from this list
Okay.
is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Well, we just lost all of our viewers.
I've watched that movie so many times when I was young. It was that or Mystery Man.
What did you say to Tom? Oh, it's Mystery Man's classic. But what did you say to Tom Sawyer? Because Tom Sawyer was the one of the main guys in that. What did he
Dude,
say with the gun?
I-
He's like, "You gotta breathe in, Sonny," and then he's like,
Sean Connery
it.
was that
And he
car
hated-
driving through the fucking city sinking. I
Follow-
dreamed.
when Jekyll was running after him.
Yes. And then also I wanted to put Wild Wild West, but that didn't count.
No, that wasn't a superhero movie. It's just
It
a
was
super
superhero to
classic.
my life.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You should look up behind the scenes because Sean Connery was. That's the reason why he retired from acting because he said I have to deal with this bullshit, and he was so mad at that
He
movie.
was like, now I gotta hit my wife twice.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Now he has to go back to Ireland. He turned down Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. He's like, I like this movie though over here, this League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Let me jump on that.
I love that
It's-
movie.
yeah, you should-
It's so bad.
Just look. Yeah, it's horrible. But look up behind the scenes because it's almost as funny as the movie.
Okay, all right, deal.
Because the comic's amazing.
Yeah.
The comic is it's a great graphic novel.
I
you gotta
had to
watch
see it. Like I remember when it came out, I saw it like 20 times that year. It was insane.
Yeah, the car was dope. The guy's career,
The long boat.
Yeah.
The
submarine. It was fuck.
Nautilus. It was
What was
called
the captain's name though?
the Indian guy.
Captain Nemo. It was Captain Nemo.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the boat was a Nautilus.
Captain Nemo, Dorian Gray, Invisible Man.
Yeah.
All right, now you, bud.
Yeah.
My number one?
You
Go up against his number one?
No, it's not a versus because I already lost.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be giving you a run for your money. My number one is The Incredibles.
Aw. I didn't like the second one, but I, like the
haven't
first
seen
one.
The
The
first
Incredibles.
one's phenomenal.
First
Second
one's
good too,
fantastic.
but
Jason Lee as the villain.
Bruce's brother.
My name is Earl. What is
He's
Syndrome?
Asian.
yeah,
Syndrome. That he's the best. He's one of the
Syndrome's
best
a
villains in
great
superhero
character.
history.
He's a great character.
It's so good.
I loved The Incredibles, and
Frozone.
it produced the best Pixar character of all time, Edna Mode. She was the best. But
You
yeah,
don't wear capes.
I
No,
I can
capes.
rewatch that movie over
it's
and
great.
over.
I watched-
It's fantastic.
I watched the first and second one back to back, and I forgot how much I loved the first one. And then the second one, and the second
Well,
one
ever
was kind of
since
like a rehash.
Disney took over Pixar, it hasn't been as good.
No.
But the first, I think
And
The Incredibles was the last one that they did before Disney took it over.
because it was the last like adult. Oh, like no, Up. I mean, Up was amazing, but yeah, it hasn't really. This last few years have not been that good to Pixar.
Right.
Even Toy Story 4 was not amazing as I thought it was going to be.
Right, but even 3 wasn't as good as 1 and 2, in my opinion.
3 I cried a lot, but yeah, it's not as good as the first two.
But yeah, Incredibles is my
Yeah,
ultimate.
That's your ultimate favorite?
Well, that's I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything.
You haven't
about
seen
it.
the first Incredible?
I'm gonna say mine. I'll go with my first one.
Watch it.
It's not
Let's
my
watch
favorite
it
one.
together.
Yeah, we should. That'd be actually a fun night.
That's a good one.
We do a Pixar night. And Wally. My first one, Lego Batman movie.
How did I fucking forget the Lego movies?
Pew.
No,
Lego
Lego-
Batman was the only super one.
Well, yeah, but still,
That's
like
your
Lego,
favorite? Or
No,
that's
it's
on
just
your
one
list?
of them. I didn't
gotcha.
choose my favorite one.
Lego Batman. I could
Lego
probably-
Batman is one of the funniest superhero, not only superhero movies, one of the funniest movies that came out in the last 10 years.
True.
The music, everything, the little Dicky song that they did, it's all about him masturbating in his bat cave. but they had to edit out all the lyrics and just put Batman, Batman. I'm like, that's amazing. But it's Lord and Miller and McKay. They, oh god, just so good. Will Arnett as Batman too, and that whole beginning scene where he's playing his own music. To Michael Cera's weird Robin.
It was super enjoyable.
Did
and
you
that
see
would have
Lego
made
Batman?
it to...
Yes.
Okay.
That would have made it to my top 5 list. And that's the only reason why the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen... That's because it was most of my childhood. But you could remove that.
For Lego Batman.
And then also, and there's another one on here.
Lego Batman, though, it's one of the only movies in the last few years that I'll go back to, and it's like it's watching it for the first time again, just seeing the little things. And Zach Galifianakis' Joker is one of the most underrated performances when he just goes... when he's talking about I'm the only who are you? And he's like, but I'm your villain. I'm the only.
And
one.
when they were hanging, he was holding, and he was like, "You need me."
He's
like,
I don't need you.
Yeah,
and that's
it's so
and
great.
then the Lego version of every single Batman movie made up to that point was just it's so good.
Question: did you see Ninjago?
I tried to. I didn't like it.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, it was not good. I wanted to hear the rated R version that Kumail and Zach. Yeah.
No.
There's the outtakes apparently where Zach Woods from Silicon Valley, he turns his character into a depressed person that loves erotic asphyxiation, and every time he'd improv, he'd always go back to hanging himself and masturbate. Oh my god! And then they're like, "Come on, man! It's a PG movie." He's like, "So I can't masturbate?" It's a fantastic interview, and Kumail's like, "Yeah, and I just kept trying to kill myself." It was good.
All right, next
one.
My next one on my list would be Hancock.
Oh, I like that one. That was underrated.
I really enjoyed it because I love Will Smith and I love Charlize Theron.
Jason Bateman.
And it made me feel things when it came out.
It was good.
I really enjoyed it.
The anti-hero.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about that is the trailer. If you watch the trailer before the movie, the trailer spoiled every single part of the movie, and that's what sucked because I saw that right before I saw the movie. But I still liked it a lot.
That was kind of like trailers in
Back
that
then,
time.
yeah.
Like mid-thousands, like every trailer.
Yeah,
gave away
because
every movie.
I hate how you said that.
Spoiler alert, they showed
Thousands.
Charlize Theron fight Will Smith, and then you're not supposed to know that. And like, why did you do that?
I guess it's not really mid-thousands. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that was 2008. Right?
So far, of the thousands, the mid-thousands.
20, you have to, like the mid-thousands, so
10 years ago?
1,000?
Of the 2000s that we've experienced, the
It
mid-thousands.
was 12 years ago. I enjoyed Hancock. That was good. I like just the scene where he's drunk on the bench and the kid wakes him up. He's like, "You're an asshole."
Yeah, it was good. I really, really enjoyed it. Then he threw a kid up in the air.
Yeah, he threw him because he was a bully. He was bullying,
and then he caught him.
Yeah,
yeah, it's beautiful. Keith, your second one?
My second one, The Dark Knight.
Yeah, it's good.
That's. I'll just say with mine too. Mine's The Dark Knight as well.
It's a good movie. It's one of the best of all time. It's not my favorite.
Yeah,
I have bad movies on this.
That's fine. You always have bad things.
What do you think? The Dark Knight is just. It's a perfect film. There's no flaws.
Yeah, there is.
What's the flaw?
Michael Jai White wouldn't have died that fast.
That's true. They said that he might not have died, but they had to take
that whole trilogy was really good. Yeah, in my opinion.
Batman. Yeah.
Like I would also have The Dark Knight Rises on this list, but I already had The Dark Knight on it, so I was like, I'll pick something else. But that trilogy was really good.
Batman Begins, I remember not really enjoying it as when it first came out because I was like 14 and I was used to.
It's better as you go on. Whole.
Yeah, if you watch all three back to back to back, it's phenomenal. I didn't. Yeah, like Dark Knight Rises. I mean, the whole Robin thing was okay. The whole ending was just. It was weird how the story connected.
You could have not had Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, you could have cut. Catwoman could have been out. Mm-hmm. Bane, Tom Hardy as Bane, phenomenal, but nothing beats Heath Ledger as Joker.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, the scene where he's walking out of the hospital is improv, where he's freaking out because it's not exploding because he timed it wrong, and I'm like, that's just genius.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah. Since I'll just go off The Dark Knight, it was really another honorable mention because I was going to say Dark Knight was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. That was almost made it because I can turn that
incredibly enjoyable.
That and Thor Ragnarok, those two I can turn on at any time, and those two are very close to making my top 5. Go on, your turn, sir.
Off of pure enjoyability, I'm actually going to take that back. I had Iron Man on the list because I really enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But I think I enjoyed Spider-Verse a little bit more.
Spider-Verse was just a perfect animated film.
Right.
And I want to you want to see the sequels.
And it was the change in animation for me. Like it took a step away from how animation was going with
the whole comic book else. And everybody had their own genre of art. And it's cool is that he was pixelated because he didn't know who he is, and then by the end of the film, he's a full character. Like little, and it's that's Lord and Miller,
and that's how the way and then that new Sony movie animated one that's coming out later is like the similar style to what they're doing.
Is it the She-Ra? Not She-Ra.
No, the one where they go on the. It's like someone graduates and then
it's Danny McBride.
It's done in a similar.
It's the college road trip that turns into like an apocalypse.
Yeah, no, I can't. Robots. Can't trust Danny McBride.
I think it's like turn something like
But I think Sony is doing that one as well. But it's the same animation.
It's the same animation. So I think it's the same writer too from Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Spider-Verse is a good choice.
That one was going to be up there.
So same. That's technically my third because I'm going to remove Iron Man.
Okay, Spider-Verse.
Yeah. So we've had 3 animated on this list. So.
Yeah, Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse came they didn't think it was going to be big, and then won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. Mm-hmm. It's just so. And
Peter B. Parker leading roles.
100%. Peter B. Parker though, Jake Johnson killed it when he's just like, I'm just fighting crime, and he's eating pizza in the shower crying. Like, Jake Johnson just can do no wrong, and that was a perfect role. Nicolas Cage as neo-noir Spider-Man when he's... the story behind him is that they kept giving him like slang from the 50s and 60s to say, and they found out that it meant sexual terms now. So they're like... There's apparently a recording of him like saying, it's like, my goober's not going according to plan. And then they found out like goober's not what it used to be.
Gotcha.
It's supposed to be like, and then John Mulaney too in his breakout role, Spider-Ham. I mean, I
love John Mulaney.
Perfect.
You know who I thought, like, I was thinking like who was the Ham? I thought it was, the guy who was Sonic. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, I thought it was Ben Schwartz right now because I was mixed it up, but no,
Spider-Man was John Mulaney, and then you had Oscar Isaac as Spider-Man 66. Mm-hmm. The meme, it's like, who are you? And like that whole thing at the end, that was it's just so good. Music was fantastic. You had the whole. If you guys ever read Miles Morales' comics, they're so good, especially when he has Peter with him too and even the video game was great. Yeah, I recommend if you're a fan of Into Spider-Verse, go buy some Miles Morales comics. They're all fantastic.
Word.
And it's nice is that you got to see something different. You got to see his villains and not Peter Parker's villains. That was cool too. Because we've seen them for 20 years now.
Right.
Not enough.
My next one would be Iron Man.
Okay.
The one that started it all.
Yeah, that was Downey Jr. so good.
The storyline for that
one,
movie was
and they didn't fantastic. Have a script. They wrote the script as they were filming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sorry, I know all this information.
Yeah, it was Dan Harmon behind that.
Yeah, I know. Because they gave Jon Favreau. He's like, I want to do this. They're like, we're going to give you a little budget, and here's a script. And as they were going, because they were still looking for an Iron Man, it was between Downey Jr., Sam Rockwell, I think Timothy Olyphant, and someone else, and they wanted Tom Cruise. Studio wanted Tom Cruise, and Jon Favreau's like, we'll take less money. Give me Downey Jr. Because he's like, if Downey Jr. says no, I'm taking Sam Rockwell. And then they talked to Downey in rehab because he just did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He was going through rehab, and then Tropic Thunder and Iron Man were back to back. And then like, we'll take you on, and you can improv all your shit. Okay. He's like, here's the outline of this is what we want, but you got free reign. You're going to be Tony Stark is going to become you. You're not becoming Tony Stark.
Gotcha.
And that's how everything was born. And then he improv'd I Am Iron Man at the end of it, which is amazing because that's one of the most significant lines now in cinematic history. Sorry, nerding out. Sorry. I love all that shit behind Iron Man. And Robert Downey Jr. I'm a huge fan because of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Tropic Thunder.
I just like the movie.
Yeah. Just nerding out. Yeah, doesn't care.
Shut up.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I like the War Machine scene where he's like, not today.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope. I got so excited when I saw that too. I think we were 18 at that time.
Was it 2008?
Yeah, it came out the same year as Dark Knight. Yeah. I think it came out 2 months before.
It's crazy how long that whole Marvel
It's going on. It's a TV show.
Oh my god.
Still not as long as Jared's love for that fucking movie. Though,
I love all superhero. I love all that kind of. I love behind the scenes. This is why I want to do the podcast. Want to do like the movie reviews and all that stuff. I love talking.
No
movies.
shit.
Oh wow.
It's so good.
Yeah. So what's your third, motherfucker?
Oh, my third. I'll just say this one. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 90s, from the 1990.
Oh, why didn't we do Power Rangers?
The Mighty Morphin.
The ooze. Oh god, that purple ooze makes me want to throw up.
Yeah. Oh god. When it's like pouring out of like the sinks and the sewers. Ugh. But yeah, the original Ninja Turtles when it was like the adult version, not the kiddie cartoon. When Raph said "damn" when he gets beaten the shit out of, or he gets kicked his ass kicked by Casey Jones. That whole movie is just and when they're getting pizza for the first time, and then Donnie and Mikey are just sitting there talking about pizza, and he's just like, "This is what we live for," and they're just like paying the pizza man, and like no one saw that. It was Jim Henson's creations. It wasn't animated than it is now, which I think those are underrated because they're not horrible because they're following the turtles. But the only part that's bad is the first one. They focus on April. We could talk about that another time. But it's a very fun adult superhero film that was supposed to be for kids. But if you rewatch it now, it's a lot of random sex jokes, random things that happen from the turtles, and they actually use their weapons. Because in Secret of the Ooze, they don't use their weapons because they weren't allowed to. Because to kids they were dangerous. Yeah. Sorry.
So you just like this movie too?
Yeah.
Right. Next one.
There's
Ninja Turtles.
Haven't heard a lot of behind the scenes stuff on it.
Yeah,
well, actually, so what happened? Sam Rockwell was also in that. He played one of the gang members. It was his first movie. So you're welcome. And Elias Koteas played Casey Jones after.
You just got to start talking.
Yeah.
Just your fourth.
I can talk about these all day.
Mystery Men. It's my fourth.
Ugh, it's so good. It's so good.
Also another one from my childhood. I remember Mystery Men so vividly that not necessarily the role, but me going to rent
You're the Blue Raja.
Hold on. I remember going to like Safeway, going to their movie section when you still had to put VHSs in there. You had to squeeze to pull it out. I would go there every single time, like week after week, and rent that fucking movie. And my parents hated it.
And the best cover.
God, I loved it to death. I still would want to go as a shoveler as Halloween one time, but I
want to go as Mr. Furious so bad. You're so strong. No, I'm not. I'm weak. No, you picked up that bus once, Roy. He's like, no, it was already moving up, and I like pushed it. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Blue Raja, he only had spoons. He never had.
Do you know
weapons.
how many times I threw silverware in the house because of that?
Kel, one of the underrated line. He was okay in the movie, but the underrated line is like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna take these 3 strange old men into my room," and the dad's like, "All right, have fun." And like, it's just out of nowhere. You can't see him. No. You don't look at him; it turns invisible. Mystery Men's just a classic. You should read the comic Flaming Carrot. That's what it's based on. That's how they were created. They're created from the Flaming Carrot comic. It's a good one.
Don't yell at me.
Okay, it's a guy with a carrot as a face.
That would have been a better
he was
Ghost Rider.
They were going to bring the Flaming Carrot into it, but it costed too much money.
Ghost Rider is a superhero movie. Fuck that.
How are you feeling? I feel like my head's on fire, but everything else is okay. Shut up, Nicolas Cage.
Prefer him with a
Did you ever see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when they put the Ghost Rider into the...
No.
Okay.
But I know that was cool.
That
Gabriel,
was bad, and that was better than the fucking Ghost Rider movie.
They were going to do a Hulu Marvel show based off Ghost Rider, and then Disney's like, no, it's too violent-y.
Yeah.
Pussies.
Disney. Yeah. Your turn, sir.
X-Men.
Which one?
The first.
Oh, I almost chose X2. I thought X2 was
X2 is good. I like the first because I like the original, the very first of the series because it just starts it all.
Is it when Storm says what happens to a toad when lightning hits it?
Same thing as everything else.
But you gotta do it in a horrible Jamaican accent.
I think it kind of changed the way superhero movies were kind of done.
Yeah.
We had first Blade big ensemble cast for
Blade was 2 years before, and then X-Men came out and it killed it. That was huge.
And I liked about really the first 3 that they did was like they didn't tried to make every character like they do in Marvel,
like have a story.
That, but also be just like a really good fighter.
Yeah.
Like these people, it was just more like, okay, I'm Storm, I can control the weather, so that is going to be how I fight. Yeah. And I'm not going to punch you and all this other stuff where like in Marvel and stuff like that, it's like every character knows like
everything.
Kung fu and
it's like the Glee
it's a little bit much
of movies, yeah.
But it's like at least these people are like, oh, okay, well, it seems a little bit more like what would actually happen of like, oh, if I have a superpower where I can shoot fucking hyper beam from my eyes, like not really gonna worry about punching and kicking. Like I'm just gonna shoot you with my
and they discussed
lasers.
That in the first one is when Wolverine's like, I'm gonna go fight Magneto, and they're like, you shouldn't because you're made of metal. And then he's like, fuck you, and then he does it. He fights, and then Magneto's like throws him off the Statue of Liberty. Okay. And they're like, this is why we need Jean, not you, sir. I just remember I loved Cyclops as a kid. But the movies did nothing with it. He was just there.
Yeah.
They didn't make him a very big role.
He was like a femme fatale. Like every time something bad would happen, or the damsel in distress, it was Cyclops. They're like, where's Scott? Oh, he's almost dead back there because he couldn't fight a toad.
They were very, like, they didn't really make him a leader role whatsoever like he was in the comics.
And then they killed him off in the third one, which was like, why was he there?
What's the name of the guy who throws
James Marsden.
Cards?
Oh, Gambit. Gambit was gonna be in the second one, but they cut him out.
Gambit's a great.
So you're saying they cut the deck?
Yeah. Well, Gambit was also added into Wolverine Origins, and that was horrible.
That's when they introduced Ryan Reynolds
as Deadpool.
But he was like a dark character.
Yeah. He turned into the villain.
Say anything in that?
No, so he does.
Mouth shut,
right? They shut his mouth because in reshoots they needed a proper villain, and they're like, "Hey, Ryan, come back. We're your weapon 12 now, or whatever, or the weapon 11." And then everybody in the world is like, no. Oh, God. If we said top 5 worst superhero movies, Wolverine Origins would be up like number 1. That was so bad. The Blob, Will.i.am as the teleporter, and then Gambit. I'm going to fly a plane out here. What accent is that, sir?
Creole.
No, X-Men it was the perfect representation of the cartoon, too. And I love that. Like, and you got to see little things of every character. Like, what was cool, it was like every character was an Easter egg. You got to see their powers in the background. Right. Like when the girl was late to class, it was Kitty Pryde. She runs through the walls.
Ran through the wall.
You're like, this is awesome. Who's that? And you wanted to know them. I like the second one more just because I love the coming out story that they had, because that's why Ian McKellen wanted to become Magneto. And that opening scene in the first X-Men too, with Magneto is just, it's phenomenal.
Right. In the winter.
And it was the Holocaust.
With what? Sabretooth was there.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm thinking of First Day. I'm thinking of First Day of Days of Future Past with the Holocaust thing. But the Sabretooth Wolverine scene in the first scene of X-Men, the first one is fantastic. That's when Sabretooth was, I think, the only movie he was in too. In the cartoon, he was
more prominent character. But like Mystique was a really cool character in there before What's Her Toes were
and then Rebecca Romaine Stamos. She was she is absolutely stunning. Yeah. She was dope. She did really well. And then you had Sir Pat Stu as Xavier.
Like literally cannot pick a better than Xavier.
Even like, James McAvoy's like, I have to do a Pat Stu impersonation. I can't do my own thing.
He was born for that role. Like,
Ian McKellen as Magneto, and perfect. And when he said too, he's like, why did you take a superhero role? You're Shakespearean actor. He's like, I was really like this when I came out, and I put this into Magneto. I'm like, yeah. And that's why I love the second one is when Bobby goes to his family's house and he's coming out as are you a mutant? And he's like, I'm not a mutant. I'm still Bobby. I'm still who I am. Trying to reason with them, and they're like, no, we don't allow mutants in our house. Right. And the director and writer put that in because they both came out to their parents. It was just the X-Men saga is civil rights, gay rights. It's everybody that's never had a voice, and that's what X-Men is. And it sucks that we have to end it with Dark Phoenix and Apocalypse when we had so many good, and even
Last Stand wasn't
horrible, right. But because I wanted them to go into Angel's scene because how they open up with him cutting his wings off because he's embarrassed to be a mutant, and then you don't fucking see him until he's flying later on. You're like, what? Right? What's the point? X-Men, and even Days of Future Past was fantastic.
I love Days of Future Past.
First Class was really good. That Holocaust scene when he's trying to get his parents and he's squeezing the gate, and then the Kevin Bacon like bullet through the head or the coin through the head when he slides it in. I want to watch them all. Motion, yeah, right? And then even the Argentinian bar scene when he throws the knife at the guy and he gets it back and stabs him again. Yeah. Fuck, I want to watch the X-Men.
Yeah,
I want to watch.
They found really cool ways to use their powers.
Yeah,
in all the X-Men movies. So.
And the cartoon's back on Disney Plus, so which is pretty cool. If they brought that back for the opening of the X-Men movies too, that'd be dope. The next one for me, I had Logan. Speaking of X-Men,
okay.
Logan was good. I think Logan was the first superhero movie I cried in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because that was such a hard. It's so good. Emotional. Hugh Jackman. I thought he deserved an Oscar nom for that one. That was one of his.
Well, we all nodded at him.
Okay. Well, none of us are Oscar. Yeah, grouch. But Logan was. I thought it was a. James Mangold did fantastic. The little girl Daphne Keane was great. Even the villain was himself, which was dope. I thought that was kind of cool. It was like Gemini Man, but a lot better. Sorry, Will Smith, I love you, but
we already mentioned him once.
Yeah,
twice really too.
Yeah, movies. But I thought Logan was just a perfect. That was up there with Dark Knight.
It was a good way to end his storyline
because the X-Men saga got worse kind of in a way, but his movies got better, his solo outings, because even the Wolverine is not that bad. It's a martial arts movie with Wolverine, which is dope, and then they have Silver Samurai fighting at the end. But yeah, I thought Logan, just how they ended with the cross with the X, you see the little kids and like you kind of want to follow them in the next story, so if they did something, his daughter can be something. I thought it was just a really cool movie. And you got to finally see him be hurt because of he's sick.
Right.
And you don't really establish that in any of the other movies. All right, last one.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Did you choose that over The Dark Knight?
It is a good movie, but it's like what I truly enjoy.
Did you choose Guardians over The Dark Knight in the bracket? This is... You tell us...
I didn't.
I know you did, but you remember you said how my friends are dumb for voting?
Well, that's our friend. For now. Now that this has come to light.
Guardians...
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. First time I saw it, it was amazing.
All of these movies are just based off what I truly, truly enjoyed.
Did you see it in theaters? Did you see it? Okay, you waited. All right.
I saw it in theaters multiple times, and I saw it in iPic multiple times. And so I had a little bit of money at that time, so I loved it.
Guardians is from the soundtrack to the visuals.
Was fantastic.
James Gunn, I mean, do you watch any of his other movies? James Gunn's other movies? Slither, Super. Sure.
I liked how they timed Guardian of the Galaxy within the series of movies. Yeah. It was nice to get a break from like
everything in New York,
second and third iteration of a superhero, and it was nice to just be like, okay, we can take a break from Captain America, we can take a break from Iron Man, we can take a break from all of that,
and they have nothing to do with what's happening on Earth other than the stones.
Right.
That was it. And Thanos, which you didn't meet until the end of Guardians.
The Rolling Stones?
Yes.
Yeah,
Keith Richards. It was well timed for me with Guardians, but
it was Space Avengers. It was their own thing, and it was really good. And Groot, from Groot at the end of the movie sacrificing himself to Drax and then fucking Drax was like the MVP of that movie because no one thought this was going to be like a funny character,
right?
And he's just like, it's like, what is right over your head? Nothing goes over my head. The fastest hands or whatever. And I was like, man, that's awesome.
Was that the first movie or was it Jurassic Park where he got ripped?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay.
No, it was Guardians. He got ripped in Jurassic Park. So was like a year later.
That started with our ripped version of
Andy
Pratt.
I know it's later on in the Guardians saga. I think it was Infinity War Endgame when they're making out or about to kiss, and like Drax is hanging out, and it's like, if I stand still, I'm invisible. It's like, how long you been here? He's like, an hour or whatever. There's a fan made poster of the Invisible Man, and it's Elizabeth Moss staring out, and it's just Drax in the background. and I want it so bad.
Well, it's beautiful.
Yeah. No, Guardians is good. Yeah. Guardians is. Did you like the second one?
Yeah, not as much, but I still loved it for what it was. I didn't like the whole shit at the end. And
Oh yeah.
With his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that they brought back the old with like Sylvester Stallone, Ving Rhames, Miley Cyrus for some reason, but I like that they brought that whole Guardians of the Galaxy back too. I like when they do that.
Well, anything about his when his it was touching on how he was like he may have been your dad, but he's not your father or whatever.
Yeah,
fucking shit.
Yondu stuff.
Love that, but his actual dad, fuck him.
Yeah,
I hated that whole stupid.
He's like, oh yeah, I loved your mom so much, but I had to give her brain cancer so I can get rid of her.
Yeah,
like to get her out of my mind. You're like,
okay,
well, thanks, Marvel. We need more. We need more of these plot lines because you throw it in so subtly. Then they're like, but Rocket's saying something hilarious.
Yeah,
like no, go back to this guy just fucking kills women after he's
that's the one where they went to his planet. Right?
Yeah, because he is a planet. Yeah, he was
his planet.
He's a god, or he's a source of something.
No, he was a god.
He's a god.
Yeah, he was a god.
I forgot his name, but I like when you go. I really like because it's this exact same image from the comic. Is that his face is on the planet when the second group arrives to the planet to save them? I thought that was dope. What about you, man? What was your last one?
My last one was Black Panther.
Wakanda?
Huh?
Forever.
Yeah. No, not that.
I never freeze.
I loved Black Panther.
Hey, Auntie.
Yeah, no, Black Panther was good. It's just too new for me.
Too new?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like most of these are just a little bit older. Outside of Guardians,
because I saw it's going to take time for him to get used to appreciate it.
I couldn't put it in my top 5, but also I really
listen. This is a guy that has League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in his top 5.
Childhood. You
expect it to be below that, sir? You have not seen League.
I also really love the Batman with the guy from Men in Black as the Two-Face. I can't remember his name.
Batman Forever. Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones. I love that one. Rewatch that a fucking shit ton.
Well, yeah, Jim Carrey is the Riddler.
Is that who it was?
Huh? Harvey Dent. Yeah, it was the original Two-Face. Black Panther, I never got into the hype of it, but I did enjoy it. Michael B. Jordan's character, the villain, has been probably top 2 or 3 Marvel villains that there's been. His whole story about that beginning, I love the beginning of the movie too. When we find out about the dad, and that was his brother. Ryan Coogler can do no wrong in my eyes. This guy that did Creed and Fruitvale Station, which is one of the best movies ever made.
He likes working with
Michael
B.
Blacks.
I did not want Michael B to die, but how he went out when he's like, I can still save you. He's like, nah, this is where it ends. And you're like, deuces.
I feel like how he played the part, it was good, but it was a little much at times. You can understand that you being a certain way about how you were raised, but it was just like it was like kind of overly ghetto, like, because you could tell he was smart, he had this, that, and the other, but just sometimes how he was acting was a little too much over the top. He should have been like Wallace from The Wire, a little bit more naive. I thought
that his rage made him naive. I thought that's where he was going with the character, because that's how he stabs him, because he's so focused on trying to murder, he's not watching anything around, and I think that's what he kind of lost it there.
It was just more of his talking lines. Like, no, that challenge shit is over. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it.
Mm-hmm. But that's what they kind of show in the beginning of the movie where he grew up. He never, he went to war. He killed these people, but he never. They even said he didn't go for an education. He went straight to war. Yeah. So he never got that, and that's what he's trying to prove to T'Challa and the people of Wakanda, and then that this was happening. No, sorry. And then Forrest Whitaker. Fantastic,
right?
Every person, even Martin Freeman as the token white guy in the movie too. Mm-hmm. That's what they kept calling him on set, which is hilarious.
What are you talking about? The guy with one arm was there.
Oh, Andy Serkis, yeah, Gollum. But it was good. I didn't think it was as amazing as everyone did, but I'm so happy that it was. I can't wait for the second one.
I think what it did for the cultural movement too was really cool.
That's for people that never saw Steel with Shaq, Meteor Man with Robert Townsend,
and then if we're gonna talk about soundtracks,
Kendrick's whole album,
that was probably the best soundtrack.
Future ruined it.
You thought Future ruined it? Pray for me. Pray for me with him in. Is it Pray for Me with him in Weekend? No, that's the one with SZA. That one's so good.
That's me every time I listen to a Future song. Pray for me.
But I mean the album is fantastic.
Agreed.
No, I'm excited. I want to see what the second one brings. Mm-hmm. I don't know who they're gonna go. They're talking about bringing Namor, but let's see. We'll see what happens. He's like an underwater villain.
God! I thought you were talking about the soccer player Neymar.
Oh God, no,
Jesus! Like,
no, they're talking about bringing. I think it's Neymar, Nemar. He's an underwater like villain. It's kind of like an Aquaman type villain.
I get it because black people can swim.
He's like, you can't get me. You're not going to do anything.
Can't catch me.
Movie over.
Did you just get your hair did?
Just dives in.
I hate that I did that joke. I apologize.
No, that was fantastic.
All of our five listeners
pushing our culture forward.
That's a good.
Our culture?
I said the culture.
Shut up, Whitey.
Listen, I chose Deadpool 2 as my last one.
Okay.
2?
Deadpool 2. I thought Deadpool 2 was better than Deadpool 1 because Deadpool 1 established the story. I got this funny, but Deadpool 2 had so many jokes that made me like the whole superhero, like when they jump out of the plane and each one dies. Mm-hmm. Like that was such a risk that they took to do that because they wanted to make another movie based off of X-Force, and then they're like, nah, find other people. We're killing everybody today. Yeah. Brad Pitt, like that whole random cameo,
Invisible
too.
Man.
Yeah, as
it's invisible.
But he has a name though. They even had it at Comic-Con. They put a seat in his name tag there, and they just left it open. They kept trying to go to him to conversations, and he's like, "This guy's just not talking at all." And then he would go back. I'm like, I loved Deadpool 1. I've watched it so many times, but Deadpool 2 to me with the action. David Light can do no wrong with action. He's the guy that did Hobbs and Shaw, John Wick 1, Atomic Blonde. I thought he was perfect.
You shouldn't mention Atomic Blonde.
The fight scenes in Atomic Blonde, that stairwell scene with her finding the two dudes, that was dope. I'm saying he can't do wrong with the fight scenes, action-wise. When he's in the
Did he also do Daredevil?
No, God.
Dude, that fight scene was so good.
Which one?
Daredevil, the one in the stairwell in the hallway.
The stairwell in the movie. I'm sorry, TV show. I thought we were talking about the movie where he's fighting TV show.
No,
the playground scene where they're on the seesaw.
That sounds gay. Solid pick.
Yeah, Deadpool 2.
I'd pick the first one over the second.
It was a very tough decision, but
I like Brolin.
Yeah, Brolin, Cable, and then when they brought. What was so nice is that they were secretive about Juggernaut being involved, and that I love that too, because Juggernaut was ruined in The Last Stand. I'm Juggernaut, bitch.
He just runs.
Yeah, that's not.
Kitty Pryde took him out.
Did he really say I'm Juggernaut, bitch?
In The Last Stand, it was a meme first, and they brought it into the movie.
It was not a meme. It was a viral YouTube video.
There you go. Yeah, they brought that in
because memes didn't exist when I'm a Juggernaut, bitch. Yeah, it came out.
They added that into due to the success of that video.
Oh my god!
And
those
also,
videos were
the
hilarious.
director of The Last Stand is horrible anyways. So the only good movie he did was
Fred Durst. Is it Fred Durst?
We didn't mention The Fanatic. That's my another honorable mention. He's a superhero to us all. I think this was a fun one. I like these discussions. I think we each had very similar tastes.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Everyone loved that.
It's right up there with The Dark Knight. And they were around
seen it.
And you haven't seen League? Okay, so we have to watch The Incredibles and League of Extraordinary Gentlemen back to back, but there will be shots in between both, and also every 10 minutes.
So here's the thing: we have to watch the League first, so that he'll stay for The Incredibles.
No, you can't. You can never end a day on League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You start the day off on that, you're like, it only gets better.
Bad.
So excited.
And then Meteor Man with Robert Townsend and Eddie Griffin.
You don't get a pick.
No, I don't get one. That's fine.
We can order pizza and then watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles if we're all awake.
Okay, after League of
and
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
If you agree to eat the pizza,
that'll be my card.
To be fair, there wasn't enough for him to eat.
Yeah, you guys demolished it last night. For our listeners,
were we high? No.
Heaven Keith ordered a large pizza, and then I think it took like
18 inches.
Is that large, extra large? I don't know what that is.
Have you seen it?
Anyways,
right.
About probably 15 minutes in, Hev turned around and was like, there's 2 slices left.
Yeah, and we finished it.
It was quick. But thank you guys so much. You guys stay safe out there. We look forward to talking in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll have a brand new topic for you guys. We'll discuss it then. And You guys, if you guys listen, please follow everything that we have, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere there's a podcast. Please click follow. It really helps us out knowing who's listening. And please share it to whoever you know enjoys people talking about movies, music, video games, just anything. We really appreciate you guys. I've been your host, Jared Keel.
Mandalorian.
Keith.
Thanks, Heaven, Keith, and thank you guys.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.